Where should I be looking?
Just look at me.
Okay.
And when you answer the question, just answer it in complete sentences. And just reinstate the question in your answer. Not the whole question, but...
Right.
Okay. Can I get you to say and spell your first and last name, please?
My first name is Oluwasade, and it's spelled Oluwasade, but I go by Sade. And my last name is Oresegun, and it's spelled Oresegun.
Okay. All right. So now I'll get you to say your first and last name, your year in college, and your major. Okay, so I guess you can just say the name that you
Go by.
Yeah.
My first and last name, my year in college, my major. Okay, I'm SadeOresegun, and I'm a junior psychology major.
All right, and the first question is, what has your experience been like in the Inside Out program?
I've had a great experience in the Inside Out program. Coming into the class, I didn't know that it was the policing section, which surprised me, but I have learned so much over the course of the semester. I already had some interactions with police officers and worked with them before because I worked as an undercover informant for the Atlanta Police Department for 2 summers, just like a little side gig. So like I already had some relationships with police officers and knew some police officers personally, but getting to really sit down in a classroom and speak to people who you usually see as like authority figures, so maybe you don't feel like you can approach them as easily, or obviously with the climate in America right now, there's a lot of critical eye cast upon police officers. It's been a great experience to be able to have open dialogue with them and get to know them and like really get a full perspective from a civilian side and a police officer side.
What do you think was the most important thing that you learned during the program?
I think the most important thing that I learned during the program had a lot to do with our lectures and experiences regarding use of force, and getting to go on a ride along, and then also getting to do a shoot don't shoot simulation with the police department and speak with the police officers and basically just learn what use of force is and learn what it's like to be in a situation where you have to make split-second decisions about whether or not you're going to shoot or not shoot to potentially save your life or your partner's life or another civilian's life. I feel like it's so easy when you're looking at a video on social media or on Facebook or wherever, or on the news, wherever you might see it, and to make a quick judgment. But throughout this class, I've learned that it's so much more difficult to make those decisions, and the videos that we see or the situations that are related to us don't always happen the exact way that we see it in the media. And so we should go into it realizing that there's a lot of nuances, and realize that making those decisions with the power that they have is way more difficult than most civilians really consider. I feel like that's what I've learned the most throughout this class, because it's really hard to put yourself in someone's shoes who you didn't go through training like them. You aren't putting your life at risk on a daily basis like them, but we're still judging them, not having had any of those experiences. But just like getting to have dialogue with them and talk to them, I can open my eyes and see all those perspectives. So, yeah.
And what do you feel is the most valuable part of this experience?
I think the most valuable part of this experience is bridging the gap between minority communities, communities in general, but especially minority communities, as they are the most disenfranchised, and police departments. I mean, for Dr. Muhammad to partner with the IACP and have all these police officers and police chiefs working with her very closely to create this like innovative new experience that could really change the way that communities are policed based on her model is just so valuable. Getting to sit down and have like respectful conversations that aren't, you know, you aren't flippant towards anybody. You don't dismiss anyone's opinion as, you know, fallacy, like right off the jump. You really sit down and listen to everyone's perspective and hear everyone's feelings and hear their emotions, and just realize that each one of us is human. That has definitely been the most valuable thing to me. And I really feel like if this program is able to expand, you know, to more schools, more universities, even high schools across the country, we could start seeing some real change, because it's done a lot to create, I don't know, like a really nice, respectful, open dialogue between police and the communities that I feel like can play a role in like new legislation, new policy in police forces, things like that, just to make policing safer for police, and being a civilian, you know, who interacts with police officers safer for civilians. So, yeah, that's it.
Okay, that was good. Okay, we're done.
Okay.